All right, Giants fans, we are back at it again with the 7th overall pick. Your New York Giants go ahead and select Evan Neal, the tackle out of Alabama. Now, I look at this instantly and think this is the perfect fit once again for the New York Giants. They go ahead and address both trenches with first getting Kayvon Thibodeaux at 5 and then coming back at number 7 and selecting Evan Neal. Now, this is the big 6'7" tackle, terrific athlete, a guy that was playing right tackle, decided he wanted to, play the left tackle, become more valuable for draft purposes. And that's exactly what happened. He showed at the SEC level he could be a dominant player. He's a terrific athlete, like I previously mentioned, really good pass blocker. And he's between the helmet, there's a lot of smarts going on up there. This guy understands picking up blitzes. He has a good, keen idea of how to be a terrific offensive lineman at the next level. And looking at what the New York Giants needed, they definitely had to look at that tackle spot. They already have Andrew Thomas currently in place, which is absolutely great for them. They had to make sure they were protecting whoever the next quarterback is going to be at the New York Giants. Maybe it's Daniel Jones. I don't think so. I'm not super high on the idea of potentially having Daniel Jones as my franchise guy, considering he just got his 5th-year option declined. But I think Giants fans should be ecstatic about how it started for them. This is a team that's been kind of reeling. Last year was not a good season for them, but they got very, very lucky with how good the Bears pick ended up being from the Justin Fields trade last year. And I think they should be ecstatic. Joe Shannon and his staff has done a really good job putting together a tried and true draft formula. And I think it's going to bode well for this franchise. Now, there's some big questions at the quarterback position. They're going to continue to add potentially to the wide receiver room. I'm not exactly sure how they're planning to reshape that. I definitely heard some rumors about Darius Slayton being on the move, and obviously Kadarius Toney rumors have been swirling. However, I'm kind of looking at this team. It's pretty exciting. I'm very excited with how they've been able to start this draft. This has been a big deal for them. I think if you're trying to compete in this NFC East, you have to be great in the trenches, and that's exactly what they're trying to build towards. Kayvon Thibodeaux and Evan Neal. Evan Neal as a prospect is as exciting as they come for offensive linemen. Him and Ike Mekwonu were the clear, obvious choices along that offensive line. So it doesn't really shock me that they went ahead and selected both of those guys, Kayvon Thibodeaux and Evan Neal. Ike Mekwonu going to Carolina was not a big shock to me. It really wasn't, but I love this for the New York Giants. I think they did exactly what they had to do. This is a team that's trying to get back into that NFC East mix, obviously trying to compete with the Cowboys in the division. Saquon Barkley will be back next year, and he will be healthy. So there's a lot of reason for optimism, definitely going into the year. Other guys I thought they were probably considering, Charles Cross was definitely a consideration here. They were thinking tackle a lot of the way. They had Evan Neal on the board, and I wouldn't have been surprised if they were potentially looking, at that safety spot at Kyle Hamilton. So those are the kind of names that were definitely in the mix. However, they ended up landing on Evan Neal, the absolute stud tackle, who had been rumored potentially going number 1 to Jacksonville. That obviously did not come to fruition. So they end up netting him at number 7. I think this is one of the best picks in the draft. I once again give the Giants an A-level grade for their pick. I think this is, when you're trying to build a franchise, building through the trenches is a good way. We've seen it with a lot of the past Super Bowl teams. They've been able to do so. You look at the LA Rams last year. They definitely won with trench play. Specifically, Aaron Donald was a big reason why. But looking at where this team is now currently, the Giants have quite a ways to go in this rebuild. However, Brian Daboll and his staff will get the most out of his players. We've seen it in Buffalo. I think that's going to continue once he goes to New York. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button if you are new. Thanks again for stopping by. Let me know in the comment section below what you give this grade. Appreciate it, and we'll see you in the very next one.